Hello and welcome to the new fairy event. I know what to do this update. See, I already have the Briar Rose from the first seed pack. Also, I said I would make an update on what I planted. Nothing really. I mean, look at that Ember Lily though. But we now have the Briar Rose in our garden. Probably the first Briar Rose. Now, it is time to go over this new update. So, this update is the fairy update. I don't know why they keep doing fairy tale themed events. I even had an idea for a fairy tale event with this and the giant cloud. So that's actually insane. What do you think is going to be next? Maybe I don't know, Little Red Riding Hood update? That would be amazing. But this update, we are now given every hour the newest weather, which is the fairy weather. So when this weather happens, the fairies will come and start giving your plants the glimmer mutation. Now sometimes, as you can see up there, a fairy will appear. So I recommend you play this update in a private server just because of the fairies. So, now that there's a fairy, we just have to find it. It'll usually be out on the outskirts of the island. I'm just calling it an island. You can call it whatever you want. It'll usually be on the outskirts, as I've noticed. Looks like it's not here this time. It can also be in between two plots, like here. Those are, there it is. Now you might have noticed that guy. We'll come back to him later. And if we teleport back to our garden, we should see it. And there we go. Now you can see we have a glimmering sugar apple. So what you want to do is probably just do that. Just plant a bunch of sugar apples and just lead the fairies to it. Just climb on top and see if there's any glimmering mutations. And just that, and you can basically beat this event. Now, once you do that, you just make a wish, say offer all plants, and you'll do that. Now, the fairy godmother will upgrade your whole fountain with the glimmer multiplier. So each time you do it, I'm pretty sure it'll multiply the amount of glimmer each plant will give by 2. Each one, it'll add in times 1. We have roaming fairy spawn amount. So you can see this. I don't know what that means, but I think it's talking about the ones during the event. There will be 3 of those fairies around that you just get, or it's the ones that are mutating that aren't hiding. Now you can even increase the duration of the event, which is broken. So before you do anything here, start doing it here. and then do the fairy spawn now. Okay, so now let's go over the reward. So each time you upgrade your fountain power, you will be able to get a different reward. From tier 1, we have all of these. Now from the enchanted seed pack, we can get the sun bulb, which actually reminds me a lot of the flare daisy and how it is, which means it's probably glitched. We have the glowthorn, the light shoot, the briar rose, the spirit flower, and the wisp wing. Now, if you want to see what those actually look like, you can see it over here. And yes, I was right, it was a glitch. So as you can see, this looks a bit like AI generated. But don't worry, it's just detailed. Now, time to get on to the other features that aren't part of the event necessarily. So look at the briar rose, that's a cool plant. Now we gotta get on to the stuff that isn't really part of the event. So you'll first see Sam, just talk to him, and you'll now see the same thing that you could see last update for the giant, which means let's go and feed Sam. I have this burnt, frozen, glitched, molten, a lot of stuff smoothie right here, and you can see these points. So, okay, so now I know you cannot feed him 2 times a day for some reason. I don't know why, but now you just can't feed him like that. But once you unlock the shop, you'll get new seeds, I'm pretty sure. So I'll check that out later in the video and see if I'm right or if it's just increased chances. Now here we have Garden Ascension, which is basically just the rebirth system. So if I see, what are you selling? We'll have this shop which has an additional save slot, more egg capacity, more pet inventory, cosmetic, and plant inventory for these new garden coin things. Which, if we say I want to ascend, it is a rebirth. So, you know what now, I think you should be giving all of your coins to all of your shekels to your alt and then doing it, because then you'll have all of your money back. So yeah. Now, that's all I have to say about that guy. Now, every time you send, you'll get more garden coins, and you can use the garden coins to get stuff from the shop. Now let's go and see what it's all about with the other thing. Now let's go and search up seed shop. Now if we see, does it show the new one? Yes, the friendship shop. Broccoli, potato, we know that one. The Brussels sprout, and the cocoa mango, which is amazing. But they all cost these garden coins or your precious Robux, which means you should probably just use it to just use your Robux to buy it if you don't want to be using these coins. Now, this rebirth system is here just so inflation will stop, because, well, as you know, there's a lot of inflation. One time, someone was just giving way too much for a really low pet, like a chicken zombie or something. My friend is willing to give me a shiny frog and an echo frog for a chicken zombie. Now tell me in the comments down below, is that fair, or should I make him give me something else? Okay. Now, that is all I have to tell you about this update, really, so I hope you all get whatever you want from the shop or anything, and you get the coca mango and everything. So, I guess this is me saying bye.